Welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the Takom Tiger 1 kit number 2196 in 135 scale. Let's be honest, every stash needs a tiger, and this one's a real doozy. We'll review the kit, talk a little shop, and maybe go off the rails once or twice. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Now, the word doozy doesn't even cut it for this kit. First off, the box is massive. I mean, it's the kind of box that makes you question your shelf space and your life choices. So let's crack it open, see what's inside, and maybe, just maybe, find a better word for it. The word that does come to mind, overwhelming. Just look at all these sprues packed into that giant box. You definitely get your money's worth here. I picked this up at Andy's Hobby headquarters for $89 for the Tiger 1 box, but I believe the kit itself runs for about maybe $50. And it looks like Takom tried to fit the entire tank museum inside. Alright, I like to show what you probably want to see first, so let's talk tracks. Yep, they are link and length, and honestly, they look really nicely detailed right out of the box, but let's be real. This tiger deserves a little bling. I'll probably upgrade to a Friulmodel, ooh, I got that right, metal tracks, because nothing says serious build like a tank that can double as a paperweight. Do I really want to spend the extra money on the Friulmodels? I think so, I do. Maybe, well, we'll see. But honestly, these kit tracks are solid. You could absolutely use them and still end up with a great looking tiger. One thing that really sold me on this kit was the extras. Yep, it comes with some nice bonus bits like jerry cans and a few other odds and ends we'll get to later. I don't know about you, but I love feeling like I'm getting some real value for my buck. Give me the bonus sprues and I am sold. Now, I haven't dug through every part yet, but from the looks of it, you're going to end up with a nice pile of leftovers for the parts box. It looks like Takom included pieces for different variants of tigers, which is always a win in my book. Now, these parts, that's where I thought, yeah, Friulmodel tracks might actually be worth it here, because this looks like a major pain to build. They're glued on right here while still on the sprue. Who does that? Takom, apparently. I mean, will it be a pain? I think it might be, but let me know in the comments if you've done this before, and how easy or how really bad it is. Friulmodel. Yes, that's it. The Tiger 1 has to be one of my favorite tanks to build, and honestly, I've only ever built the Tamiya ones, which sadly are all gone now. One time, I even tried adding Zimmerit with a soldering iron. Yeah, let's just say we won't talk about that disaster anymore. So what about you? What's your favorite model to build? Drop it in the comments, I'm curious to know. For me, it's mostly German armor, as you've probably noticed, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons a bit. I did that KV2 build recently, and I'm currently working on a Caro Armato Italian tank, just waiting on some Friulmodel tracks. Ooh, I really got that down pat. Okay, where was I? I lost my track. Alright, to keep that project rolling, one day maybe I'll even tackle some modern armor, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. This is actually my second Takom kit, but neither one is built yet. Actually got 3. You'll see that later in the video. Got a Stug sitting there. Sitting where? Oh, never mind. I lost track again. Okay. In that ever-growing stash, too. I'm hoping this one goes smoother than my Ryefield King Tiger build. That was just a real pain. I don't know how to describe it. There was just so many parts included, just like this kit, and no real rhyme or reason to why they're there. I haven't looked through the instructions yet of this kit, but I'm hoping that's a little different. But anyway, where was I? So far the sprues look pretty nice, although I didn't notice you do get an alarming number of front mantlets. Mantlet? Whatever they're called. There's a lot of them. There's those, 6? And then there's a couple more elsewhere, but some of them have Zimmerit on it, which is pretty cool. Road wheels. Do we really want to talk about road wheels? Well, we're going to. Because honestly, I hate painting them. Who does? Probably somebody out there. I'm thinking about sourcing a mask for these, but I'm probably just going to end up painting them like I always do, the hard way. Yep, the hard way. Shouldn't take too long. Don't let me discourage you about road wheels. Right now, I'm leaning toward painting this tiger in a winter pattern, because come on, that box art is just begging for it. But what's underneath that winter white? Camouflage, straight up German gray. The German gray, I believe, would look better, popping through the winter camouflage. I'll have to dig into some research, or hey, if you know, drop a comment below. I'm not one to build stuff 100% accurate, and if that's your thing, more power to you. But honestly, I think that German gray showing through the winter white would look absolutely amazing. So, with this winter camo, this tiger would be right at home on the Eastern Front in 43. And yep, you guessed it, it would have Zimmerit. Now, I usually use my not 100% accurate excuse as a crutch to skip it. But you know what? I'm tossing that aside and I'm going for it on this build. We are doing Zimmerit. Like I said earlier, this kit is massive and packed with parts, so I think I'll hold off and wait for winter to start building this tiger. Plus, I've got a few other projects on the go, like that Caro Amato and the Ghost Tank, which is still in the test phases. And if you look back there, you might spot a dispatch rider painted up in a ghost theme. As I'm checking out these parts, I'm already thinking about what I want to do with this build. The stowage it comes with is decent. Maybe I'll add a couple of bedrolls to personalize it, not sure yet. But I'm planning to keep things pretty light overall. I'm definitely going to add some armor texture and add my own mold seams as well. This is shaping up to be a really fun build and I can't wait to get to it. Yeah, there are a ton of parts, but it doesn't look too complicated. If you take your time, follow the directions, and most importantly, which has been a failure on my part recently, test fit everything. I think this kit will go together pretty smoothly. Well, let's see how that goes. I might end up eating my words. Oddly enough, there's not a whole lot of photo etch on this kit, which is a good thing, or it could be a bad thing, we'll see. Just the engine screens, so I might look into some Edward or other aftermarket PE to add a bit more detail. But honestly, if this thing builds nicely as I think it's going to, you might not need it. Still, it's good to know the options there. Now, a PE stowage box instead of the plastic one might be worth considering. I could even show it opened up, but then again, the kit's plastic parts opens too. So maybe it's not really necessary. Am I just trying to spend more money? Or am I just so used to inferior kits that anything detailed feels like a luxury? I'm used to building those older Tamiya kits that didn't come with open hatches, well some but not many, or engines you could actually show off. You had to either cut stuff up and add PE that gets that detail, and in my case, it was some vintage PE from Verlinden. Anyone else remember those guys? What I'm really getting at is that yeah, kits these days might be pricier, but you do get a wallop of parts in that box. So much so that the aftermarket stuff isn't always necessary anymore. It's something I've had to get used to, but honestly, modeling has changed for the better. About the only real upgrade you might want is some aftermarket tracks, but honestly, that's not even necessary these days. Maybe add some armor texture if that's your cup of tea. Mold seams? Well, if you're into more tea, go for it. And bam, Bob's your uncle, you got yourself a nice completed model. This right here just proves my point even more. Look at all these extra bits. Engine screens? Back in the day, Tamiya would said nope and sold them separately for extra cash. The decals let you do like 10 different tigers. It's too bad there's only one in the box, but hey, you can save the rest for later. Yeah, it would have been great to have a bigger PE set, but those engine screens are a really nice touch. You don't have to wait around for aftermarket parts before you start building. It's pretty awesome to get these super kits you can just dive right into and build right out of the box. You even get an aluminum gun barrel and metal tow cable. No more dealing with those annoying seams on plastic barrels. It's little touches like these that really make a difference. This isn't one of those itinerary exploded diagrams where half the build goes in one step. Nope, these instructions are actually a nice touch. Maybe a bit small for my taste, but definitely clear enough to keep you on track. So far nothing looks too tricky. Just read the instructions, test fit the parts, then glue. You should be fine. I can definitely get used to instructions like these and just sit back and enjoy the build and watch a little TV while doing it. One thing that can be tricky is figuring out when to add stuff like Zimmerit, armor texture, or weld seams. It definitely takes some experience to know the right timing to work those techniques into the build. There's even some nice painting guides in the back, and I'm definitely going for the winter one, but this shows it like pretty much all painted white. I don't think it would look like that, but then again, I will do some research. Hello, Tiger. And guess what? I got the Andy's Hobby Headquarters Tiger box. This one is the early Command Tiger. It's basically the same kit, it just comes with some figures, and I will show you those figures right now. So as far as I know, every bit is just the same as the other Tiger, but here's the 1/16 Michael Whitman. A horrible painter of figures. I don't think I'll be any better with the 1/16 than a 1/35. But it does come with the 1/35th scale figure, which is a real cool touch. Maybe I can put it into this one. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, that's it for this one. Big thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Alright, I will see you in the next video.